you mean?
You better speak up, though.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Dude, the T-Mobile, the Verizon dude cheated on the Sprint dude in the commercials.
Yeah, Sprint.
And they switched sides.
Oh,
and went
yeah.
to Verizon.
Dude, that's the
Savage.
ultimate, that is the ultimate, like, backstab.
That's like the whole Chef Boyardee going over to a different...
Going to be a chef for, like a company that doesn't even need a chef.
He's like, I don't know. He's like, dude, those over at Chef Boyardee, I'm Chef Boyardee, and like they don't even have a brand. Like it's just like a circle, like an empty.
Why did our parents allow us to wear pilgrim outfits to school like it was something to celebrate? Not outfit, but like I remember vividly in one of the grades, like kindergarten or first grade, we had to make paper hats that were pilgrim hats with the buckle.
Yeah, okay, we did those.
Yeah,
We're learning about Thanksgiving. And then what are they gonna do? Dress us up as an Indian?
I guess that's worse.
A Native American? I'm sorry.
I just don't think we should even... Who stole this land?
Yo, shout out Christopher Columbus for...
Killing a bunch of people and taking their land. And raping and pillaging.
And then we have Columbus Day.
Yeah, that's messed up. That's definitely a day we shouldn't have.
Damn.
Anyways, welcome to the podcast. We have realized, well, so flashback, we've been sleeping in really late, and that got us out onto the mountain and like just starting our day at like 1 or like 12:30. And if we're skiing, it doesn't get us up there till like 2. And so like we don't get. Yeah, it's a bad way to have a day. And so then by the time we're done skiing and we get settled down and showered, it's like 8 o'clock and that's dinner time. And we have messed up eating schedules, messed up sleep schedules. So we're trying to fix that. We did today. We did fix it. We got up at 8 and we went and skied for quite a while. I feel like we skied from like 9:30 to 2.
Yeah.
30 or something like that. 2:30. But. So then we got done and we were like, well, what do we do now? Because, you know, we don't have homies in Salt Lake City yet or at all. And so we went and showered and then we were like, let's cook. And then we ran out of propane. You'll see that in the vlog, blah, blah. But then we were like, we both like creating content. We like making videos. We like shooting videos, Peter doesn't even edit videos and he still has fun just shooting videos. I don't take pictures and I still have fun.
Because we always end up talking about some
stuff. We've talked about this since even before the trip started, I think the test trip to Manhattan was like the big part for me. I was like the whole way back, me and Peter were talking about like conspiracy theories for like an hour and a half, and I was like, damn, like we should be recording this. And I was like, let's start a podcast, and like we just never got around to it. And I should have brought my microphone and stuff, so hopefully it'll be higher quality. But yeah, so we're just gonna talk about topics, hopefully get some user submitted topics, and maybe even like call y'all. Like if you say, you know, one of my friends leaves us a suggestion and we want to talk about it, then shoot, we'll call you during the podcast and we'll talk to you and get your hot take on the topic. But yeah, so we didn't really have a topic for today just because this was kind of a spur of the moment. We don't have anything to do. Let's create some content. So we got suggested by my buddy Peter Winslow, not this Peter.
Too many Urkels on his team.
That's why he's Winslow. But yeah, so today we're going to talk about just like our favorite stories, our funny stories, horror stories.
Talk about living in a
van so far.
We
started in September and it's March, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So we're probably subtract December, I guess. So we're 6 months into living in a van. So
11 states.
11 states. We thought it was a lot more states. We'll get more into that.
Oh, we got a map over here, but we'll show you it maybe later.
Maybe. But yeah, so we're just going to talk about living in a van so far. I know a lot of people have asked for story times and stuff like that, so I guess this is just one big story time. So I guess, I don't know, I feel like the number one thing we get asked is like, where do you sleep and where do you do this and where do you do that? And then when we tell them like, oh, the answer to where we sleep is most of the time Walmart parking lots. Sometimes it's residential. Sometimes we'll find a cooler spot to sit, but usually it's something like that. And then everyone's like, oh, well, so do you have problems with the police and stuff? And I mean, for the amount of times we've slept in places like that, not really, but we have had a few run-ins. So like,
or security
knocking on the windows and stuff. But
But the police have been homies so far.
Yeah, the police have been awesome. We just had a couple, and one of them, like, we showed them the van, gave them a tour of the van in Oregon, and
there's like 3 of them, and they're like,
yeah,
whoa, this is
yeah.
so
They sent
cool.
3 cops to us.
We thought they were gonna follow us on Instagram, but they didn't. They said they would.
Yeah, they were like, "What's your Instagram?" They were looking at it, and we were like, "Hell yeah, cop homies are gonna look at our Instagram," and then none of them did.
Portland police lady was like,
Portland police lady was cool.
Don't do drugs and don't drink alcohol because you're not 21. And she's like, and I'll tell you some cool spots.
Yeah. She was like, you guys can't technically park here. She's like, I don't care because there's no signs. She was like, so I'm not mad. She was like, but
the lady that called the cops on us, she was a narc.
She was a narc.
We were just leaving.
We were literally in reverse. No exaggeration. In reverse. And the cop knocked on my window. So I put it in park. And I was like, what's up, lady? And she just was like, yo, like, you can roll into a city and call the police station, and you can ask them, and they have to tell you places, you know, protect and serve. So they got to serve you those places to stay. So yeah, running with cops, we haven't had any problems with that. Like, they've all been nice, and you know, if you're respectful to them, or they're respectful back. So, and it's not like we're trafficking drugs and stuff. So it's not like we have to be like, oh, F you, F this. We're just like, okay, you want us to move? Cool. Do you know any places we can go? We've had a couple nights where we get a knock on the door at like 3 a.m. and they're like, you can't sleep here, you're gonna get towed. Happened 2 nights in a row, actually, in California.
We're like, oh, sleeping all tight. Cam and I might be cuddling, I don't know. But then they're like, yeah, you can't be here. We're like, oh, we gotta get dressed.
Oh no, there was that one annoying chick though. She was knocking on, because there were a bunch of vans in this parking lot, and this lady's knocking on every door.
Mobbed up.
I know, we were mobbed deep.
Squad.
That was the night of the gun. We had to tell them that story. After this, so that night we were sleeping, and we just I start hearing knocks, and I wake up before they even knock on our window. I'm like, oh, here they come, knock, knock, knock. Want my security? It was like Alvin and the Chipmunks were knocking on my door, and I was not happy.
Rewind. Walmart. What?
Security.
I didn't hear it the first.
Too high pitched. You're too old to understand hear those pitches.
Yeah. Can you rewind and replay?
So anyways, that night we were in California.
What?
Security.
You said that's so funny.
I'll just replay it in the video. I'll just edit it in a bunch. Want my security? Want my security?
Okay.
But so that night we were in a Walmart parking lot, and right next door was an In-N-Out, which is funny because there's an In-N-Out right there, and we're in a Walmart parking lot right now. But we were like, yo, let's go.
This is not paid advertisement.
No. And so we were like, let's go skate around, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. But first, let's go get some milkshakes from In-N-Out, because their burgers are trash, their fries are even more trash. And
burgers aren't trash, they're nothing special though.
Yeah, they're mediocre.
Actually, let's start a fight, dude. In-N-Out burgers are trash.
Yeah, they are. But so we were like, let's go skate, but let's go get milkshakes, because they do have pretty fire milkshakes. And so Peter just jokingly...
Not better than... Oh, when we got those fire milkshakes, I was in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, it was. We need to go again.
Oh.
No,
they just reminded me to get us a milkshake. Thank you.
But so Peter jokingly like grabbed his flashlight, which has like a little sheath for it.
Oh yeah.
To hold it in.
Okay, so I was wearing a belt, and I was like, ooh, this has like a little belt, a belt buckle, like
belt loop
side attached. What is it? What am I supposed?
Oh.
What is the word I'm looking for?
Why'd you grab my leg?
I'm dead. What is the word I'm looking for? A little belt holster. Oh, like it was a flashlight holster. Yeah. So I was like, ooh, I'm gonna keep this thing on me. So I like put it on my belt, and I was like right here, and I was like, yeah.
But it was like, it's like this big.
I was like, this is hard. Like I'm gonna flex on everyone with it. And I was even wearing like my Gucci belt, but Gucci's actually canceled, so never mind. But I was like, yo, Cam, check this out. Or I was like, no, I said like, you got problems? What did I say?
Yeah, you pulled it up. Well,
I was like,
and you go, I keep that MF thing on me. And as he did that, a car drove by and didn't say anything. And we're just standing there talking. I'm wearing 3D glasses for some reason.
Well,
and we're talking about going to In-N-Out, and then this dude rolls by.
What was that? But
that sounded like me saying Walmart security.
Security!
Walmart security!
Security. But he was like, do we have a problem? Or he said, is there a problem? And
yeah,
I was
he
like,
rolled back up, rolled down his window.
The air horn?
It sounds like...
What is that noise?
Anyways, so he rolls by, rolls down the window, and is like, "Is there a problem here?" And I turn around looking goofy because I was facing away from him and had 3D glasses on. I just turned around and I was like, "Huh?" And he was like, "Is there a problem here?" And Peter's like, "No." And like he's like, "Okay," and starts to drive away. He sounds so defensive. I don't know if he thought like,
we're like, what did he think we did? So
yeah.
we came to the conclusion that he thought I showed Cameron a gun, but it was really my flashlight. Because
well, it's like,
we also had no power.
But do you think he thought you showed me a gun and were trying to like intimidate me, or do you think you showed him a gun as he was driving by, and he had the balls to pull up to a dude with a gun? If that was the case, if you did have a gun and you flashed it as he drove by, I'd keep driving. I'm not turning around to ask him if there's a problem. There probably is a problem, and I'm not going to find out what it is.
What if he was like, if I said yeah, he's like, he blasts me.
And then as you're laying there, like dying, I'd be like, "No, Peter," and he'd be like, "What's the problem?" And you could be like, "We don't have power in the van."
And he'd be like, "Oh man, that sucks. Here, let me help you out."
He just pulls the bullet out of it, like blows on it, and it like heals, and everything's okay.
I did it. We needed the flashlight to get.
And you pull the flashlight.
We
out.
needed the flashlight to get the bullet out. He's like, "Oh, let me get that." He's like, "Oh, that's not a gun."
He's like, "I'm gonna shoot the other bullet out." And he's like, "Oh, it's a flashlight? Even better."
Through and throughs are easier to heal.
So then at that rewind kind of back to that parking lot where those 3 cops pulled up, we were in that Anytime Fitness. So it was Anytime Fitness where we shower's parking lot, and I went in to shower, and the other shower was taken, so Peter was just waiting out there, and I'm sitting in the shower.
Oh, angry dude.
Yeah, and then so then Peter goes to the shower, and I'm like probably halfway, 3/4 of the way through mine.
He like tried Cameron's handle, and he's like, "Ugh."
Yeah, this dude tries my handle
because it didn't work, and he was like, "Ugh," and he was like all pouty, and then I was like, "Fuck yeah!" The other shower opened up. I was like, "Hell yeah!" The other shower opened up. So I got my stuff. I went over to the shower, and then like as I was like closing the door, he was like, I don't even remember.
So like Peter got in the shower. I heard him jiggle the door that Peter saw. Peter gets in the shower. You know, he's not thinking anything of it, obviously. And the next thing I know, he's like forcing the door, like pushing it. I'm like, chill. I was like, I'll just finish my shower. Like, got the shampoo out of my hair.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Like, hopped out the shower, and then he just starts screaming.
He said, chill.
Yeah, I was like, chill. And so,
chill, fam. What is the dude that?
Chill.
What is up, family?
What is up, family?
Talk to him like that.
Totally litty.
Talk to him like Tabasco sweet.
He's going crazy, and I'm just like, chill, family. He would have gotten more mad.
Oh, that was funny.
But so anyways, the dude just starts yelling out of nowhere. He's like, "I'm sick and effing tired of all these bums at my gym," and blah, blah, blah. And going off about how there's bums and how we need to get a job, and he kicks my door as he walks away. I'm confused. I don't want to leave because I'm like, he has a gym bag, I'm sure, which means he could have a gun in there. If I open this door and get shot, this is not where I want to die. And so I text Peter, I grab my phone, I'm like, "Did you hear that?" And he was like, "Yeah, LOL." And I was like, "Oh God." And so like I sat in there for a while just waiting for him to calm down before I went out, and then finally I went out and everything was cool.
He had the freak out and left.
Yeah, he was big angry. He was mad. Speaking of mad, segue.
Mad Max.
We were
Fury Road.
Story time again. We were in Ventura Beach. No. We were in Huntington Beach.
That was Newport, Huntington Beach. We surfed in Newport Beach that day, and then we were skating around Huntington Beach, and this noodlehead walking on the sidewalk incorrectly. So we're just skating around. We're like, dude, this place is awesome.
We're not doing tricks. We're not like jumping over things. We're literally just cruising.
We were being polite by not doing tricks.
Yeah, because we could totally do a bunch of tricks.
But it was like smooth pavement. We're like, sweet, this is awesome. So then we like start skating down a hill, and we're just cruising, and I see Cameron. There's this other dude walking over, and I see Cameron is in front of me, and Cameron is like, "I'm gonna go this way," and he's like, "Oh, the dude's here, so I'm gonna go up." So he like went up and around the dude, and I was like, okay. Well, the dude like was looking down at his phone, and he started like walking. So he's on the right side, and he starts walking over to the left side, and I'm coming at him, and I was like, whoa. So I like skirt. I was like, skirt. I went around him. My board got stuck in the mud, and I like ran into the mud. I was like, and he was like, "Are you kidding me? You tried to run me over?" And I was like,
And then this is when I'm coming back down this little ramp thing, and I'm like, uh-oh, Peter's having his first encounter with like an angry person because he's a skateboarder.
I'm a skateboarder.
So I was like, I'm gonna let him handle this. So I kind of just wanted to see how it played out.
He's just yelling at me. He's like, "Are you kidding me? You tried to run me over? Whatever." He's like, "Are you gonna apologize? Why didn't you say anything?" And he was like, "Why didn't you say anything?" That was his main argument. And I was like, "What?" I was like, "That's not my fault. You were walking on the wrong side of the sidewalk. I didn't even touch you. Like, you literally walked into me." And I was like, "You're on the wrong side of the sidewalk." He's like, "There is no wrong side." And he's just
No. You said you're supposed to be on the right side of the sidewalk, and he goes, "There's no right side of the sidewalk." And this is right when I started talking. I was letting them argue, and then I looked at him and I was like, right, left, and he looked at me and he goes, "You're a little shit, you know that?" And then that's when I was like, dude, how about you just cool your jets? We will skate this way, you walk that way, and we can be done. And he starts freaking out. He's like, "Well, your buddy tried to run me over, and he can't even apologize. He didn't want to even say anything." I was like, okay, we're both ignorant. We're all ignorant here. Let's keep going our separate ways. And he looks at me.
I was gonna apologize if I knew I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, we weren't gonna
apologize.
apologize.
I was like, "Dude, this
way.
dude's wrong, and he's freaking out."
And I'm holding my board, and this dude just out of nowhere kicks the board as hard as he can. The board just goes flying across the sidewalk, and I'm like, "What?" And Peter goes, "Don't touch our stuff, man." And then Peter has his board propped up on his foot, and he tries to stomp on Peter's board, but he fails so badly, and it doesn't even push the board down. He goes, "There, I touched your shit. What are you gonna do about it?" And we were like, "Just don't touch our stuff. Keep walking." And then I like went and grabbed my board. I'm ready to fight this dude at this point. I don't remember what happened after that because I was pretty adrenalized. But then some argument goes down. He's like, "Oh, it's a sidewalk, not a side skate." And I'm like, this is how it ended. He said, "It's a sidewalk, not a side skate." And I was like, "So is it not a side bike? Because I've seen a lot of bikes on this." And he looked at me and he was like, "I want to slap the shit out of you right now." And I was like, "Do it. Like, please give me a reason to fight back." And I was like, "I'd like to see you try." And he goes, "Oh, I'm sure you would." And as he's walking away, he's like mumbling and yelling. And so me and Peter are just like, "What the hell?" And we go our separate ways. I was trying to get video of it, but my phone was dead.
Dude was so angry.
He was so angry.
And he was so dumb. He was on his phone also.
I'm pretty sure he had a CD player.
He tried to like...
He
tried to be like...
He did. What was that thing he was putting on his side? That was definitely a CD player.
I don't know, but he was like... He tried to defend himself. He's like... You see a person not paying attention on the sidewalk and you don't say anything, and I was like... What? I was like, you just said you're not paying attention on the wrong side of the sidewalk, not even looking up. Why is it my fault?
Oh, and then he tried to say, "I was getting out of the way for your buddy." No, you weren't. I was nowhere near you. I went to the left and went up the ramp to a hotel. You were not trying to get out of my way. You were just walking the wrong way because you're stupid.
We should have fought
And
him.
he was like 40 too. He was not like this young or old. He wasn't like an old guy that was getting angry or a young guy that was getting angry. He was just like this middle-aged dude with a beanie. I wanted to steal his beanie as we skated away, but I knew I shouldn't because if I reached for it, he'd claim I was like trying to attack him or something. So I didn't. But technically, when he kicks me, he kicked my leg pretty hard too, so I could have just hit him there and called it self-defense. But Peter and I both agree that would have sucked because then we would have been stuck in California, like dealing with court cases and stuff.
Could have been stuck somewhere worse.
Yeah, that's true. Like Kansas.
I need that. Shout out Kansas.
Shout out Can.
Food.
We've been going. What else?
Intermission? Can I get a snack?
Intermission? Alright, we'll be right back. We're going to drink our Dr. Pepper and eat our cuties.
Our Dr. Pepper.
My Dr. Pepper, and he's going to eat our cuties. We'll be right back.
Go.
Stop! Alright, stop! I don't like feet. Stop! Get them out of my zone!
Hello.
Get your feet out of here. Put them back where they were earlier.
Remember between the films? Okay.
Okay, we're back. Got our snacks. And Peter,
Oh, we were supposed to bring them with us?
No, like we got our snacks in our tummy. What the hell is stabbing me? What is it?
Is it still getting you?
What is stabbing me? What is it? Oh my god.
Is there something or not? I swear to
There
God.
seriously is. Ow! Dude.
Is it a nerve in your arm?
No, it's like there's a little baby porcupine.
Dude, seriously, what could it be?
I think Ow! Dude, it's right here. What is it? There's literally nothing. Oh my goodness. No way it can hurt me like that. No, sir. Alright.
I could have eaten 2 Pop-Tarts at that time.
So
Stop, you might touch
the
me.
most common thing we get asked is, where's our favorite place we've been? And we both always answer with Washington, just because of the hike we did to Blanco Lake. That was sick. I mean, it was just
If you haven't seen that picture,
unreal. If you haven't seen that picture, I'll pop it up on the screen right here.
Yo, it was fire.
It was so sick. It was what, 13 miles?
13-mile hike. We walked up all the way up there. We're like, and we're like, whoa.
Well, so it's a lake.
Glacier Lake.
It was funny because it's a lake, and on the way up there's like a pond thing, and we were like,
oh yeah, shoot.
we were like, damn.
Did we make it already?
Yeah, we were like, this is lame. This is a stupid 13-mile hike. And then Peter was like, I don't know, maybe it's down there a little more. And literally like another 5 minutes of walking, we were like, whoa. It was just it's this lake surrounded by mountains.
Big old mountains. You got the big old glacier.
Yeah, you can see
and
a
you got
giant
some big
glacier.
old looking good juice.
Yeah, you got this giant lake of
It looked like
this,
Blue Powerade.
It did. It looked like Blue Powerade, and it was like this milky, greeny blue color. It was so sick.
That was so tight.
And that's the one we jumped into in the Washington
That
vlog.
was sick. We're like, when else are we gonna be at a glacier lake? So
and
we're
we
like,
didn't
let's
plan
jump
on
into
it. We didn't plan on it, but we didn't have any towels or anything, so we were like, it's gonna be cold, but we have to. Like, we have to. We're here. So we did, and we just used our shirts to dry off, and then hiked back down.
Hike back shirtless.
Yeah. So that was probably the coolest place we've been, but I mean, like, bless you. Why do you have like a seizure when you sneeze?
I always sneeze.
But yeah, we only go to like cool places, so we don't mess with that foo lame shit.
What's the most lame
swag bitch?
Lame thing we've done?
Like lamest place
First
we've
time
done?
we were in Montana. Montana was the worst state so far.
Yeah, the first time we went to Montana, technically we were at Yellowstone, and we didn't want to pay to park in Yellowstone, so we were like, I bet we could just like go to the Montana border and sleep there. And so we did. We slept in some hotel parking lot up there, but dude, this town was nothing. Everything was closed because it's not like prime time season for Yellowstone. There was no internet connection anywhere. Everything was small. Everything was gross. And it was super dry. Like, it was dry that night. Like, there was nothing on the ground. And then we just woke up and there was like 3 feet of snow. And we were like, what? And that was the first time we had snow, really, on the trip. And so we had to drive in it. Well, Peter had to drive in it. And we
slipped and slide.
We slipped and slid off the road.
Have you had to drive in bad snow yet?
No.
Have you ever slipped in the snow at all?
In the van?
Yeah.
No. Like small ones out of a parking lot, but nothing like you. Whenever Peter drives, it always starts snowing.
Hard. We slipped with chains.
Yeah, we slipped with chains on our tires. That's
We're
how
going
bad.
like.
It's bad.
It's whack. The van does not handle well. So
Well, Peter doesn't handle well. We don't know about me. It doesn't snow when I drive.
Every time I try to look towards the camera, I see Pop-Tarts. I don't know, but in general, it's always so dope to meet new people.
Yeah, that is one of the cooler things, is meeting people. 100%.
Well, we just met Solo and Blaze, the newest homies.
Yeah.
Although
I met that Jake
Claire
kid at
and
the
her
gym last
mom.
night. He was cool.
What?
That Jake kid at the gym last night was cool.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to talk to him. But everybody we meet is so cool. They're always like so helpful.
And everyone's like so supportive of the trip. Like, everyone's like, that's so sick. Like, I don't think we've had one person be like, oh,
You're homeless.
you're homeless.
Except for the dude that called us bums.
Oh yeah, but he doesn't count. He's a bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Everybody always thinks it's cool. They're always like, whoa. And they ask those questions. And
It's funny in different areas.
We all
Like,
homies.
people just know what's up. Like, yesterday we rolled up to a grocery store, and as soon as we got out, this dude was like, sick van, you guys got a lot of room back there? And I was like, yep, we got a queen size bed back there. He was like sick. Like, people just know in certain, like, Utah. I feel like Utah especially, people just know you're living in that van.
Moab, everybody was bumming in a
Yeah,
van.
dude, everyone in Moab had a van. It was crazy. There was vans everywhere. Nice
Van
vans. Ours was the worst.
apocalypse. Yeah, Moab vans were all so nice.
They were all Mercedes Sprinters, and
Why were they there?
maybe there was like a van convention and we missed it.
They have conventions that invite us. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. Then the other thing is with the trip is obviously this is like creating huge lasting memories for him and I, and so it's just like, man, we can't just like end this trip and that be it. Like, whether that means travel again together.
Oh hell yeah!
Or do
Or
stuff
even
like
just
that.
have like a different outlook on life and be like, we're always gonna be doing something fun. We'd be like, yeah, yo, you trying to go do Half Dome this summer?
Yeah.
Which we might do, which would be dope.
Yeah, I'd meet out there for that.
Go surf this summer.
Yeah.
Should just get out and travel more. Cam wants to go do all sorts of stuff out of the country. My situation's not so cool, but after I graduate, it's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Afterwards, I don't really have a plan, and I don't really care. Like, I'm not stressing about it. I know I have time. I don't know. I look at it, me and Peter talked about this, I look at it as, like, everyone in college has 4 years to figure out what they're doing, so I feel like I do too. So, like, here's 1 year.
And you don't have to pay to do it.
Yeah, I got 3 more
I
of
guess,
it. Yeah, you do.
Shoot, well, I guess pay to live, but
that's it.
you don't have to pay like a school.
Yeah. I don't have to get scammed.
Could you imagine instead of going to college, you get all the money you would pay for college to travel? That'd be perfect.
Well, in a lot of people's eyes, our parents are paying for this, which is not true at all. Because I feel like a lot of people are like, "Oh, my parents would pay for college, but they wouldn't pay for something like this." I've had people tell me that. I'm like, my parents don't pay for this. I don't know many parents that would.
Damn. We got our own stacks, people.
Yeah. Another thing people don't realize is, like, we saved up for so long for this, and I feel like we've said it in multiple videos. Is
We
like,
both knew we wanted to do this, and we're like going all out.
It's been almost 4 years since we came up with this idea and plan.
Every penny I made until then, I was like, nah, I'm not going to buy that. I could just spend that money on the van trip.
Exactly.
So I was like, I'm not going to go out to eat.
Like,
or
when I really realized it was
clothes.
like, Peter sent me a picture of some shoes, and I was like, those are sick. And they were like $90. They weren't like expensive at all. And he was like, these are sick. And I was like, you going to get them? And he was like, no, because I'm not going to take them in the van. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I don't need to buy anything unless I'm taking it in the van from now on. Now, after the trip, like, sure, but I still want to save so I can travel more. Like,
yeah.
I got enough clothes at home.
We both want different shit out of life now. We're both like, hell yeah, we're getting out of Kansas. We're living somewhere cool no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Whether it's skiing, surfing, or
probably like Nebraska.
Balls deep in the mountains. Maybe west of
Missouri.
Park.
Yeah, I'm thinking KCMO.
Like, I don't know, Latha, I need to get out. I'll probably go to, like, Overland Park.
Or KU.
Get away from home.
Get away from home. I saw a tweet the other day that said, it was like a picture of somewhere in Indonesia, and someone quoted it and was like, could you imagine, or they said, everyone says that they're going to travel when their kids graduate school. Well, I want to do it before I graduate, or after I graduate. I'm like, but will you? I'm not going to say you're not, because I don't want to diminish anyone's dreams, but it's just like, I feel like there's this whole stigma around, like, oh, I'm going to travel.
I feel like I did it at a good time.
You just don't. We did do it at a good time. And I'm not even saying that in a cocky way. So many people from the age 8 to 80 tell us, like, you're doing it at the time that I wish I would have.
That's always so good to hear when old people are like, hell yeah, I wish I did something like that. And we're like, sweet. We did it right.
Exactly. And so, I mean, I don't know, the big thing for me is, like, if you guys are wanting to get out and travel, I know it's not the easiest thing to convince maybe family or friends to do, and I know you may not want to go alone, or you might not have the funds to do it and stuff, and I get that, and maybe you come up tomorrow, you're like, I think I want to go to Europe. Yeah, obviously you can't just get up and go. We didn't just get up and go on this trip. Dude, we took 3.5 years to save up, and we took a month of working 8 hours a day to build this van with the help from my dad. And
thank you, Ann, dude.
Yeah, thanks, Ann, dude. But, like, I don't know, man. Like,
you gotta work for it. If you want to travel, you gotta just know your priorities.
And I'm not saying you can't do it after college. I'm not saying that at all. Like, if you have the means to do it after college, then that's sick, because you have a college education and you get to travel afterwards. Then even more props to you.
My problem was, after I graduate, I'm trying to get a real people job. So I was like, I don't want to graduate and then be like, no, done. No, not yet. I'm gonna travel, but now I'm gonna graduate and be like, I already traveled. Like, you're gonna take me somewhere dope, but whatever, I'll work.
Yeah, I mean, I still plan to travel even when I do have a real person job, but just the fact that I was able to do this and worked for it, and it's like, it was cool. Like the first week me and Peter started the trip, I mean, here we are 5-6 months later, like the first like months, and still to this day, like we'll just be driving and we'll be somewhere dope, and then like it'll be time for bed and we'll get ready to sleep, and we'll just both be like, damn, we're really living in a van. And then we're both like, damn, we're really in another state, and yesterday we were surfing in another state. It's just like,
sweet.
it's so sick. Like,
what was the one I was thinking of?
Surfing one day and skiing the next day.
Oh, that was sick, but no, I'm thinking of something else. Keep going.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like rewarding because, and I'm sure it is with, and I know it is with school too. Like, if you've been in high school your whole life.
I got it.
Go.
We're like, damn, every day is
the weekend. Yeah. Yeah, well, because one of our buddies was like, yeah, like we could just do it on the weekend if you guys can't this week. And we were like, why wouldn't we be able to this week? Every day's a weekend for us. And like, I mean, we really don't have responsibilities, which is nice. And it's not like we're sitting here. And that's why people, I feel like, get the vibe. They're
Thanks,
like, oh,
Daddy, for your money.
I feel like that's where people are like, oh, they're bums. Like, blah, blah, blah. They don't have any responsibilities. And it's like, dude, we didn't have any responsibilities when we were 8. Now we just have the money to do our own thing. On our own. That doesn't make us a bum.
We didn't need our daddy's help.
Yeah.
Or I need Andrew.
Well, we needed Andrew's help to build this thing. Other than that,
we didn't need any money.
Not a bit.
We just went off. We just wanted to do this, so we did it.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Look at it how you want. Look at us as bums. Look at us as daddy's money.
Willie, Daddy.
But
should I call Will again?
We've told y'all what's up. But yeah, now we're gonna call the third van boy, Will.
Should I FaceTime him?
Yeah.
I don't think he's answering. I miss you.
Yeah, I don't know. To sum it up, like, do what you want. I know it's hard. If you guys, like, I don't know, it's hard for me to explain it all off the dome because I have so many different thoughts on everything, just being open-minded and stuff. But seriously, like, my thoughts on this whole, like, everything that we're doing and everything that everyone else is doing, just go watch my video, the one that says, define your success. I feel like that video, like, speaks volumes in 3 minutes about, like, a good outlook on life. I'm not telling people how to live. Dude, I tell people all the time. Like, they're like, oh, I'm in school. I'm like, oh, sick. Like, where do you go? And they'll be like, whether they say a community college or they say Harvard, I'd be like, either way, I'm like, sick. And I'll give them the reasons why I think that's sick. And then if they're like, oh, I'm a this and this major, I'm like, oh, like, what made you want to do that? And if they're like, oh, like, my childhood and, like, my high school, like, I did this and this and it made me want to do this, I'm like, hell yeah, like, you wanted to do it and now you're doing it. Good for you. And that's how it was with me for this trip. So, like, I don't know, I wanted to do this and this, and now I'm doing this. So, yeah.
You gotta do what's important to you.
Just don't be scared. We'll be a week or so away from picking up Will, probably. So, our buddy Will is joining the trip for the last 2 months or so. A little over, I think, but we're going till pretty much the end of May. A little bit before the 28th is when we're coming back. But we're picking up our buddy Will, and he's going to join us for the eastern states. We realized today that we've traveled everywhere west of Kansas, which is only 11 states, which is crazy. It feels like so many more because it's half the U.S., but it's only 11 states that leaves, you know. So we're going to go south and east and come down from the north at the end and hopefully see 48 states, and we'll be there for 37 of them.
If not, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, even if we only went and saw, I mean, it won't happen, but even if we only went and saw 2 more states, like, I'd still be very content with the trip.
Yeah, I'm not dead set on hitting all the states. If we're tied up doing something cool somewhere else, so be it.
Yeah. I don't want it to put, like, a damper or, like, a rush too much.
But yeah, this is where Will's gonna be.
Yeah, we'll be right in the middle, so if you guys think it's already weird with 2 dudes living in a van, just wait.
But you see, again, we're just like, whatever, we want to do it, Will wants to do it. Who cares if we cuddle a little bit?
Yeah, it's not going to be that bad. It's already not bad at all, so one more person won't matter. I don't know. Alright, well, let's wrap it up here. But, yeah, so that's it for this. I don't know. We just wanted to talk about stuff, and I think we'll do this more. The rest won't be van-related necessarily, just because we'll be talking about other stuff that maybe isn't as boring. Maybe this was interesting to you. I don't know. If you guys watched the whole thing, tight. If you didn't, I understand. We listen to a lot of podcasts. So we're like,
love your feedback.
Why not? Yeah, throw us feedback. Throw us ideas to talk about.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Van Boys.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, watch the daily vlogs, watch the films, watch Define Your Success. Just share us, show your grandma, show your aunts and uncles, show your friends, show your dog, your frog.
Or your toad.
Or your toad. But show everyone. Get our name out there and let us know if you have any questions about van life. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Peace.